injured here. 1v1 Ashes of Typhon blue side. The Dragon Reborn is a Lictor Alpha, a melee specialist who can infiltrate and disrupt with some awesome offense and a little bit of support too. Up against, on the red side, ShowMeMagik rocking a Warboss, a melee commander that can walk through objects, some strong offense, disruption and support from the front lines, and of course, perpetual anger. Double termagants, double shooters opening, nothing out of the ordinary. Where are they going to send their stuff though? Usually the heroes go up the west side and try to harass the VPs and stuff, especially the Lictor with his sneakiness. Double shooters hitting the field before the double termagants. So the Hormagaunts are most likely going to come to this power, which means they might run into one of the shooter boys. We'll see if these guys go directly towards that VP and carry on a little bit. They might run into them and get some shots, but they might try and cap instead. Oh, he's getting a wreck point as well. Where's that Warboss at? Did he not get the VP first? I guess not. Strange. Maybe he thought he capped it and he didn't. So here come the Orks up this eastern side. We already have a node. We have some Tyranids hanging out in the middle. Double termagants here. Not wanting to split them up. They work very well in pairs. Surprising amount of DPS. I think we're going to see at least one of these shooter boys fully upgraded in tier 1 because of the crazy amount of piercing damage they can do to these termagants and Hormagaunts. We're seeing their starting damage here. They do around about 6 or 7 DPS each in their starting state, I believe, and forcing off the Hormagaunts, who dropped 2 models before they retreated, and now that power is immediately going to get decapped. Now they're going to have a look at power, these double shooter boys. Already we see big shooters on this squad, increased damage and ranged on those 2 models that have it. Sneaker Lictor coming in. Double termagants with toxin sats already up. Bad news for the Warboss, who is decapping the VP right now. Where is he? There he is. Ouch. Holy crap, Lictor peeling off models. He's going to take him out, is he? Here we go. Smack. Down they go. He has to replace them, surely. 50 DPS, of course, on a Lictor Alpha to start off with. This is the highest of all the commanders. Warboss has 42.5, but of course he does have a ranged sidearm as well. High of Tyrant has 43 out the gate, I believe. And Force Commander with 39 point something. Yep, shooter boys being replaced. I think that was a squad that had, yeah, that was a squad that had big shooters as well. Getting the Nob Leader up so they can help spot that sneaky Lictor Alpha. Just kept them milling around for a little bit too long there, underestimating the Lictor's hits. Warrior Brood on the way for Dragon Reborn, bashing this kind of semi-natural power node on this eastern edge. Here come the shooter boys. That Nob Leader with a pretty dangerous looking gun of his own. But the Lictor Alpha is on them. Here come the Slugger boys. Warboss back at HQ, coming out of there now. Should be able to force off these termagants without any trouble. There's a prickling poison. Using cover relatively well. Stayed in maybe a little bit too long with these double termagants there. Sluggers will chop you up nice and good if you catch you on retreat. Here's the Warrior Brood. Start off in this melee state with power melee weapons and the ability to leap into combat. I think they keep that when they get their Barb Strangler, if they get it. Also give you a detect unit, of course. We always see the Barb Strangler here though, because the Lictor Alpha can get some very awesome melee builds going. You've got the Lictor Alpha himself and his pheromone thing. There's that leap into combat onto the Warboss. Uses his stomp, but the Hormagaunts are in amongst the shooter boys, and they might not do anything else in this engagement. Warboss should be fine unless he gets sloppy. That was a flesh hook you saw dragging the Warboss across the screen there. Surely we're going to see spiky armor from this guy. Oh, it's already on the way. And that's going to be painful for the Tyranids if they try and fight him. These Sluggers in trouble here. Might go down. One more hit from the Lictor Alpha. Tries to save them with Ard Boys, and he does not chase. Double Warrior Brood models going down from that shooter DPS. These guys fully upgraded now with Nob Leader and Big Shooter. These guys without the Nob Leaders yet. Those are the guys that were replaced. Already a fair chunk of XP on a lot of squads here. Lictor Alpha's almost leveled and does have the pheromone. Pheromone cloud is annoying, reduces the damage of enemy units by 30% and allows you to reinforce. Any allied infantry to reinforce, in fact. Really powerful piece of war gear. Here comes that Warboss, now has angry bits also. Boss pole might have been good alongside those sluggers maybe. Sluggers getting their burners up gives them a couple of power melee weapons, and come tier 2 they can get very, very mean. And they'll have some good fights with those warriors, I suspect. Assuming they live to tier 2. Double Termagant's moving up, taking some shots at this Warboss here. Not sure if he'll be able to get in with double crippling poison. Trying to. There's the cripple. They can chain it together with another. But they did not and are running away. Hit double shooters were coming in anyway. Double fully upgraded shooters now. Massive amounts of piercing DPS from those guys. Needs to try and keep them separated so that when the Lictor Alpha runs in he can very clearly see and kite away. Warrior Brood and Hormagaunts and the Lictor Alpha on the power. Gonna see that pheromone drop here, I guess. There it is. That green crap on the ground. Sluggers get into a pretty risky engagement, but there's use your choppers, but a special attack from the Lictor Alpha knocks them flying. This is dangerous here. They might go down. In fact, they will go down. Warrior Brood getting very low, taking out 2 models again. Those shooter boys. I don't think they're going to be able to take that last one out. Topsy-turvy stuff. ShowMeMagik losing another squad. But doing some damage to that Warrior Brood. They were reinforcing off the pheromone cloud, but couldn't quite do so in time. And they need to reinforce again. How much does it cost to reinforce a Warrior Brood? 50 rec 4 power. Central power being capped. I don't think I've ever seen anyone build generators on this thing. That ShowMeMagik is skeptical of his own chances here, having lost 2 squads in tier 1. He can get back into this pretty quickly in tier 2 with a Weird Boy, I think. Weird Boy incredibly effective against Tyranids, obviously, since they're all infantry in tier 2 apart from that Tyrant Guard. And tend to blob up to make things work. There's synapses and stuff. Shooter Boy's getting way too close here. What are they up to? No idea what they're up to, but they're being tied up now by the Lictor Alpha. A little bit sloppy here from ShowMeMagik. He might lose his squad again. And in fact does lose them, and that was a fully upgraded Shooter Boy squad. He does replace the Sluggers, but that was a massive loss there. Here comes Sluggers. Needs to put a buff. There we go. There's Hard Boys on them. 25% less damage taken by those Sluggers. He's going to wipe out the Warrior Brood. Holy crap. Nice little turnaround there. Losing fully upgraded shooters is pretty tough, but took out that Warrior Brood. Got a lot of XP for his Warboss and his Sluggers there. And now he's trying to burn down generators. Doesn't want to do this for too long. Double Termagant shooting at you. Has he forgotten about his Sluggers here? Uh-oh, might lose them. They do get away with 1 model, okay. Losses all over the gaff. So many Orcs have died. He's gone tier 2 without replacing his Shooter Boys. Oh, Genestealer Brood on the way for Dragon Reborn. Does that mean he's going to replace his Warrior Brood as well? For melee snaps goodness? We shall see. Genestealer's melee superiority all over. Although, don't really want to fight the Warboss with that spiky armor. It's really going to hurt him. 6 piercing damage. AoE per attack he takes. It doesn't just attack. It doesn't just damage the model that attacks him. It damages all enemy models in range, which is pretty mental. Can stack up like crazy. It's a death thread on the way for ShowMeMagik. And just march it down this east side, burn down gens, and kill a bunch of Tyranids on the way. Not a lot that Dragon Reborn can do. The Genestealers can get, and we do see it here, they can get Rending Claws in tier 2 now, which is their heavy melee upgrade, but they still don't want to fight that death thread, I don't think. Fully black Genestealers here, going to blend into the terrain. Shooter Boy's getting low, down to 3 models, but Termagant's running away from the Warboss, who's going to at least decap this VP. Looks like the Lictor Alpha and the Gene Stealers coming over to have a word. We'll see how this spiky armor does right here. Gene Stealers going in. Are they going to use their Adrenal Rush immediately? No, they don't. There's that damage from the spiky armor. There's a stomp. Needs to be careful here, Warboss. Once they get the decap, does get the decap. Look at the damage he did to those Gene Stealers. You know, I think he only got 1 actual melee attack in. Took almost half of their health before they activated Adrenal Rush. And it is a weird way, of course it is, following up that Death Dread. And Tyrant Guard for Dragon Reborn has, yeah. Oh. Killed the Hormagaunts over here that were trying to cap, I guess. So he's seen the Death Dread. Death Dread does have burners and bits, more health and some burners. And he's going to take out at least all of the generators here. That generator already low. Not much that Dragon Reborn can do about it until that Tyrant Guard comes out. But the Tyrant Guard will not have melee resistance. It also won't have Synapse around to speed it up. Death Dread does have melee resistance. Here's that weird boy. Sub-Commander for Orks. Some good support abilities and some awesome disruption too. A great special attack that does plasma cannon damage and disrupts. Lictor Alpha being sneaky. He's fully kitted out now with Scything Talons, 81 DPS power melee. With Adrenal Glands also giving him some extra health and energy and regen for those things also. You see how these heavy melee Gene Stealers do. They do nothing because the Death Dread's backing off. Weird Boy's really bad news for these guys. I mean, how do they avoid getting hit by it? Lead with the Lictor Alpha and hope that the Weird Boy Warp Vomits your Lictor Alpha instead, I guess. Warp Vomit is the starting ability of the Weird Boy, which stuns infantry that it hits. Enemy infantry, that is. So you can just throw it into your own units. There we go. Onto the Gene Stealers, and they're going to get torn apart by this stuff. Need to retreat, fellas. Pheromones is not going to save you. Pheromone Cloud, I should say. And yeah, Gene Stealers getting away with just 1 model there. Power Claw Warboss now on that Tyrant Guard. And it's going to go down. Look at the damage it's taking. The Weird Boy also getting hits in. Actually knocking back his own Warboss, but now it's going to go down for definite. This is the Shield Wall mode, which gives it vehicle armor and some health regen, but the Power Claw and the Death Dread will be able to take it down with their heavy melee. 50 red for taking down that thing as well. Bad engagement for the Dragon Reborn. ShowMeMagik really recovering here with those tier 2 Tide Turners, the Death Dread and the Weird Boy. Now bashing gens. Should focus on decapping with the Warboss, I think. Looks like he just wants to bash things. Gene Stealers are reinforced and back in the field. Lictor Alpha up to level 2. Warboss up to level 4, almost level 5. Here's a Venom Brood from Dragon Reborn now, which should be enough to deal with this Death Dread, or at least make it run the hell away pretty quickly. We have some Orc units retaking ShowMeMagik's natural VP there. You can see on the minimap. Gene Stealers getting in. Going after those Shooter Boys. You saw the Pheromone Cloud go in. Lictor Alpha's not doing anything else though. It's a bit weird. There we go. Flesh hook that Knob Leader, surely. No? Alrighty then. Would have taken out both of those Shooter Boys, I think, if he did. Since a Knob Leader is a die last model. Death Dread trying to roast a Lictor Alpha alive. You either want to back off or hit him in the face. Back off, there we go. Uh-oh. Venom Brood gonna catch this Death Dread. This is really dicey. Where's that Weird Boy to help him out? He might come over and be able to Warp Vomit them in time, but this is looking bad for this Death Dread. Couple more volleys from the Venom Brood cannons and it's down. Weird Boy, you're not helping out in time. Oh no. He could have saved it, I think, if he got that Warp Vomit off earlier. Really topsy-turvy game here. Tyrant Guard goes down, then the Death Dread goes down. Warboss looking very, very dangerous right now. Incredibly dangerous. That Power Claw is scary. 95 DPS heavy melee on this thing. Goes straight. He's not scared of the Gene Stealers, is he? With the spiky armor and that Power Claw. Can they take him out though with Adrenal Rush and Termagant support? They are going to take him down, and that's a big deal. They got very low, but Adrenal Rush keeping them alive. They're going to take down the Weird Boy as well. Badly judged engagement by ShowMeMagik. Really badly judged. Underestimated, as I did, the effect that the Termagants were going to have on that fight with their range synapse buff damage there. I thought the Warboss was going to be okay. Did he charge in? I don't think he charged into the Gene Stealers there for the damage buff and the health regen with angry bits. He's been repurchased tier 3 for Dragon Reborn. ShowMeMagik already there, but he only has 2 squads on the field. Some shooter boys and some sluggers, getting a looted tank up in tier 3. Looking at the power now as some Tyranids going to take down at least 1 generator pretty quickly there. Venom Brood pretty good at bashing gens. Warboss charging in. Increasing damage by 35% and some health regen and speed, of course. How long does it last for after he charges? Not sure. 337 to 325, 2-to-1 cap for the blue team. Blue player. This fella. There's that Pheromone Cloud. And he wants to fight the Warboss, does he? Not a good choice for you, Mr. Lictor Alpha. Almost goes down, in fact, from like 3 hits. Bloody hell. Gene Stealers down to just 3 models are going to try and retake this Western VP. Or rather decap and take it from ShowMeMagik. I mean, he might dropping the without number thing to get a bunch more Tyranids on the field, spread out and cap stuff. He is in tier 3. There's that looted tank note. Almost whapping those Gene Stealers. They did get decap. Leveling up the shooter boys, now level 4. Bloody hell, how much damage are they doing? Crippling poison on the Warboss, being shot to pieces, and a Carnifex on the way for Dragon Reborn. ShowMeMagik, I'm sure, wants a Nob squad on the field here, because the Carnifex is going to be tempted to get a Venom Cannon with the tank around, and a Nob squad would tie that up very nicely and take it down. But he's pushed back to his base here, Dragon Reborn. Gen's getting bashed again. Seeing a lot of pressure on the generators from ShowMeMagik, and it is a Nob squad on the way. There's a fair amount of red too. Not that far away from a nuke, but Nobs use a lot of your red with their frenzy, costing 75 a pop. Tyranid formation hits the looted tank, does a fair chunk of damage, but nothing there to follow it up. Kind of wasted, I think. Could have saved it for a larger engagement. Not sure why he used it there. Maybe he wants the synapse from these spires. Nob squad hitting the field momentarily. Carnifex has hit the field and goes for Barb Strangler. Bad news for any infantry that it hits, and does decent damage to vehicles, though it does fire very slowly and travels very slowly through the air, so vehicles that are moving tend to not get hit. He does have sluggers, so can repair the looted tank once they've stopped healing up and stuff. Looted tank does have the reinforced plating too, up to 850 hit points. Not bad for a tank. Lictor Alpha getting caught by the Nob squad, and they take him down in mere moments. Gene Stealers capping on this side, but it's going to be a 2-to-1 for ShowMeMagik, I think, once he gets both the naturals. And here's that Barb Strangler Carnifex, can also spit out Spore Mines, which is handy. Boom! Bashing some gens, giving it some XP. Shoots at the looted tank, and look at the damage, getting a rear armor hit there. Looted tank needs to move, doesn't want to take too many more of those. Venom Brood is there also, he's going to lose this looted tank. He hasn't moved it at all, and down it goes. That's sloppy play from ShowMeMagik. Could have moved it back into the center here, would have been safe. Away from his squishy units more than anything, I think. Taking so much damage, but he's still in the fight. What level? He's level 7 now. 1482 hit points with all that health regen from the charge is not bad at all. Might want to tie up those Venom Brood, get some Synapse bombs going off. Here comes the Knob Squad. So scary seeing them in their full charge, their full melee charge there. Especially with those Warboss buffs that could be dropped on them. But Carnifex is going to get away. Another Carnifex on the way, and you would think that that would be a Thornback to try and fight those that Knob Squad toe to toe. Though he might go double Barb Strangler, which gives you some crazy spike damage potential. If they both hit the same thing. He's chasing them. The Tyranid base turret things will knock down the knobs, but they does get away anyway. Crippling Poison coming into play. That Carnifex got pretty damn low though, down to 150-ish health. Lictor Alpha still down over here. Second Carnifex hits the field. Does have the resources to upgrade it, so we'll see what he goes for. It is a Thornback, gives it charge, extra health, and allows it to spawn Rippers. I don't think I've seen the spawn mines come out of that Carnifex yet. Slugger's trying to be on capping duty, but they're going to run into a whole lot of Tyranid related problems. Gene Stealer's on retreat path. Painful. Only losing a single model. What level are these guys? Wow, level 4 Sluggers. 1878 hit points. They must have done a crap ton of damage too. Where does ShowMeMagik go now? Defenses VP, I guess, with everything he's got. Yep. Warboss charging in. No Crippling Poison going down, and a full retreat, in fact, from Dragon Reborn. We're just caught off guard there, I think. There's the Thornback. The Barb Strangler effect is now coming out of base, having healed up considerably. And oh, double knobs from ShowMeMagik. 2 knob squads. That's pretty powerful. Pretty damn powerful, especially alongside that Warboss. Is he going to get that boss pole? Looks like he's happy with his angry bits to help initiate engagements for the time being and draw those crippling poisons out. Doesn't want them going on his knob squads if he can. That's a Thornback. Is he gonna... No, what's he doing? He should send one of the squads onto the Barb Strangler, surely. Sending everything onto the Thornback, which is a mistake, I think. There's Ard Boys, and use your choppers. Really wants to kill this Thornback, and he's gonna do so, I think. Here come Gene Stealers and the Lictor Alpha though, and he does not take it down. That made him get the hell out of there. I don't think tying up the Barb Strangler Carnifex would have made a huge amount of difference, because when he saw all this stuff coming, he would have had to get away. And was relatively couple of more seconds of hits, and this Carnifex would have gone down, this Thornback. Does he send it back to heal up now? I guess not. Bashing gens. We've got some looters on the way for ShowMeMagik. Tank buses are still around. What's this? Orcs in the back lines have already taken this VP. 200 to 95 for ShowMeMagik. In a pretty good position with those double knobs, I think. Slugger's getting caught by Jesus, but they'll be okay. What is he going to get on his looters? He's already got the beamy. I was going to say he might keep them with their death gun to control the Gene Stealers and the Lictor Alpha, because if they can't join the engagement, then the Carnifexes die very quickly to the double knobs and the Warboss. Gene Stealers are level 2. Some powerful armies. Thornback Carnifex is heading back to HQ to heal up, it looks like. Warboss coming to this contested to try and retake and get the 2-1. Got a decent VP lead here, has ShowMeMagik. Tyranids. Oh, Barb Strangler shot hitting terrain there. Tyranids trying to flank around, I was going to say. There's that tower going up. Another shot hits terrain. Need to move your Carnifex, Mr. Dragon. Didn't matter in the end. The Orcs backed away. Where is the... Oh, there's the beamy right there. Has he seen it? Is that why he's not going in? Or is he just waiting for Lictor Alpha? Or he's going to try and catch these shooter boys in retreat. Oh, there's that scythe thing. Knockback and suppression. Shooter boy's not paying attention. Slugger's not paying attention. There's the retreat. These guys not retreating, no. They are drawing this Lictor Alpha off, which might help in coming engagements. But this is bad news for these guys. Need to run away, fellas. There we go. These guys just trying to get the... Oh, he retreated the wrong squad. What did he mean to retreat? These guys? Gets a decap. And he's going to lose them. I'm not sure if he's happy to do that, if he knew that was happening or what. I guess there was no way they were going to get out of there alive with the Carnifex on retreat path to hit them in the face with the massive Talon. 49 to 186. There's a no-cap game right now. Looks like it's going to be a triple for the Dragon Reborn once everything's said and done here. Not sure what that Warboss is up to. On my mini-map here. He's going after that Carnifex. The Thornback. Not going to do a whole lot of damage per hit, because heavy melee weapons only do 50% of the damage to begin with, and it has melee resistance. Double knobs chasing. Took a lot of damage though from that Barb Strangler going in. Warboss now backing away from the Lictor Alpha. Carnifex coming out to meet them, which is pretty risky. There's pheromones to debuff the damage of the Knob Squad, which is pretty annoying. Does not cause a debuff circle as well, so it's not easy to realise that you're being debuffed. But 30% less damage or not, they are tearing apart that Carnifex. Down it goes. Torn to shreds. Knob Squads do not mess around. Are they leveled up? Level 2 and level 1. 48 to 127. That was a big win for ShowMeMagik. But here comes another Carnifex. Of course there is. Looters are in retreat for some reason. I'm not sure why. Gene Stealer's still on the prowl. Slugger's going to try and get a decap here. Needs to be careful. Should be able to get a decap at least. Gene Stealer's not going in. Okay, it's a bit weird. But they get the decap. Nothing on the contested to cap it though. Here comes that third Carnifex. The Thornback is still kicking. Healing up at base pretty slowly though. There it is. What's he going to do? Double Thornback? Nope, gets the Barbed Strangler again. Needs to be a little bit more careful with it. Try and keep those Termagants nearby for that crippling poison. Which is a very good tool to have against a Nob Squad. Because Frenzy doesn't stop you getting crippled. I mean, is it worth getting this thing with against double Nobs with their Frenzy that they can pop? We'll see. Certainly does a hell of a lot of damage. Not sure if double Thornbacks would have been better. More Gene Sealers would be pretty good, I think. Get double Gene Sealers with melee Synapse. They will do massive amounts of damage to Nob Squad. But it's really hard to turn down getting more Carnifexes. There's that Barbed Strangler doing work. Boom! Massive amounts of damage. It's such a powerful weapon. And another boom. Sluggers need to run away. Are they going to get out of there? No. For some reason did not retreat with the others. I'm guessing that's some kind of misclick or something. 48 to 65. 1-to-1 cap. So close. Lictor Alpha lying in wait, having taken that wreck point. Nobs using their Frenzy, but not sure if they want to stay in this fight. And they use your choppers as well. It's a big waste of red there for not doing anything. Misjudged by ShowMeMagik. He's capping the VP. He really is keeping the pressure on really well. Flesh hooked him off of it. Got the decap though, and I think they're going to get the decap at least on this east side. Depends how long the Warboss can last before these guys turn around and go to that contested VP again. Warboss fighting Gene Sealers. Gonna go down. Looks like he's happy to be a distraction before going down, and gonna get a decap here maybe. Beamy looters can set up. There's tank busters also. So he's certainly got anti-vehicle damage. Nob Squad get the decap. Should back away now, I think. Nope. They're heading right in there. Here comes a second Nob Squad. That's one crippling poison. There's the Barbed Strangler suppression and massive amounts of damage. There's Ard Boys. Frenzy might still be on cooldown for at least one of these guys. There's that charge in. These guys getting absolutely wrecked. They might go down, and they do go down, losing a Nob Squad. Big deal. And these guys running away? No. Should have finished off this Carnifex. Would they have been able to? I think they might have. That's a big... Whoa. ShowMeMagik lost most of his army there. Didn't quite realise he lost so much. I was just looking at Nob Squad. So that might be it for ShowMeMagik. He has no resources to recover. Unless Dragon Reborn really messes up here. 35 to 55 on the VPs. He's going to get a double for a little while into a 2-to-1, I think. And I think he's taking this game here with that last engagement. Carnifex has leveled up. This guy's level 2, almost level 3, 1785 hit points with a charge. Pretty damn powerful. Not sure how much damage Thornback Carnifexes do. If it's just 100 DPS like Dreadnoughts, or if it's more. Barbed Strangler, boom. Surely these Nobs can't do anything, no. GG from ShowMeMagik. The Barbed Strangler Carnifex really did pay off. That second one. Let's look at the heroes. End of the game. Lictor Alpha level 5. And the Warboss up to level 7 was certainly very mean, but could not stop defeat here. Pretty fun 1v1. Good back and forth. Orcs lost a lot, but they kept recovering and kept the pressure on. But they just couldn't hold it together at the end there. 35 VPs to 18 on the concede. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.